Hello, Paltalk friends, and happy Thursday. Welcome back to the In Touch Weekly show here on Paltalk. I am your host, Dorothy Cascerceri, the senior editor at In Touch Weekly, and today we have a special guest, Nichole Glor. She's a fitness expert. You may have seen her on TV, working her abs and working her glutes. She is fantastic, and she's going to talk a little bit about what she does and talk a little bit about celebrities and fitness, and she's also going to demonstrate a couple easy moves that you can do if you don't have any equipment, and a couple moves you can do if you're in a dress, because she might get me on the floor for a few things.
You never know when you're going to have to get toned up before an
We
event.
will see, right? And of course, we're also going to talk about the new issue of In Touch Weekly, hot off the presses. A royal baby this week for Kate Middleton and Prince William. So we have a lot of really juicy gossip. We'll also talk about Style Spy, how you can spruce up your wardrobe, what all the celebrities are wearing that's popular right now and that's within your budget. So we have a lot of things to talk about today. Oh, and now that Halloween is over and Thanksgiving is approaching, we also will feature our celebrity-inspired holiday gift of the show. We do one every week, and this week I can't wait to show you what we have, because with every purchase you're really supporting a great cause, so that's always an added bonus.
Best way to give.
Right. So anyway, so Nikki, oh, and I'm sorry, Paltalkers, if you have any questions or comments or anything, raise your hand and you will be put through, and we will hopefully be able to answer anything that's on your minds. So Nikki, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about what you do and kind of how you got started in it, and tell us also about some shows that you've been featured on, because I know I've seen you on TV many times.
Yes, well, I'm lucky enough to have been on at least 70 national media outlets, and I'm a regular.
70.
Yes.
Now she didn't say 1717, okay? She said 7070, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Those are just the national ones. I was just in Syracuse University for homecoming this week, and I did some local shows, but I don't count that.
Okay.
I'm on Fox and Friends as a regular guest, and just do all sorts of great magazines like In Touch and those kind of places. And I got started because I was a fitness expert, just teaching fitness classes. I got in shape because I was getting married. And
it's a good reason.
Yeah, I was always a cheerleader in college, and decided that after I was an assignment editor and news producer, I was getting a little heavy, and I had a destination wedding. So I decided, let's get back in shape and teach fitness classes, because it's sort of like cheerleading. It's like a fun workout. You have people to do it with.
Definitely.
Whatever motivates you, right?
Now, quick aside, guys, please don't go into another chat room just because Nikki said she's married, okay? I mean, I know you all had your hopes up because she's so beautiful, but I just want to encourage you to stay here, because we'll be talking about some good stuff. Continue.
So I have 7 fitness DVDs now.
7?
Yes,
wow.
Yes.
Let's show us your most recent.
This is the Fit Travel Workout. This is my favorite because I got to go to China, Italy, Mexico, Chicago, Tampa, and New York to shoot this one.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. It's the cutest cover. Has the Eiffel Tower on it, Big Ben, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
To prove that you can get a workout in no matter where your travel takes you, whether it's holiday fitness and you're working out in your grandmother's basement in Buffalo, New York, like I have to do at my in-laws, or if you're, lucky enough to travel to someplace like China and you need a workout.
This is an incredible idea. I love it. It's really just something like I've never seen before. All different places.
Well, your mind gets a vacation because you get to see me working out in all these different places, right next to gondolas, for example, in Venice. So I like it because you're not just looking at somebody in a studio listening to like techno music that you hear in an elevator.
Right.
It's fun, and you
get
to
kind
choose,
of boring.
Yeah, and you get to choose your own music playlist. So I have suggestions that you can click right through on iTunes, so you can have a different playlist. No matter if maybe you're in the mood for country one day, maybe you want hip hop the next for your workout.
I love it. And where can we purchase this if we want to go around the world with you?
Well, it's on
and
Amazon.
And also, make our abs look good and try. Oh, look at that.
She's
I need some help, but anyway, where can we find it? Amazon?
Amazon and NikkiFitness.com.
Okay, wow, Amazon. I mean, that's like the big leagues.
Yes, oh definitely.
And what's the price point on this?
$19.99.
$19.99. And is it available in something other than a DVD?
Yes, you can download it directly from iAmplify, which also is connected to my NikkiFitness.com website.
Wow.
And if you have questions, I have a weekly newsletter that's just free. So Nikki at NikkiFitness.com, just N-I-K-K-I, just email me there. And I'm also a writer for military.com. So I bring a little bit of boot camp into the workout. So I make it modified for if you're just starting out, or really advanced if you're in boot camp shape.
So it's scenic, it's picturesque, you're going to do a little bit of traveling, but you're also going to really work your butt off.
Yes, we do multitasking moves. So once you get a little more advanced, you can do the arms and the legs, and then the core works at the same time because you're off balance. So that saves time. None of my workouts are over half an hour long.
Wow. And you can achieve the desired results in only a half an hour. Now, do you have to do it every day of the week? Does it have to be 6 days a week? What do you recommend?
Cross-train. So I would do it 3 or 4 times a week, but then add in some yoga, add in some running, hiking, biking, you know, really switch it up so your body doesn't get bored.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about celebrities and how celebrities stay in shape, because you know they're always at the forefront of the media, you know, if they've gained weight, if they've lost weight. We just did a big story on Mariah Carey and how she lost so much weight after she had her 2 twins. What's kind of the hot trend in Hollywood for working out, other than, of course, popping in the Nikki Fitness DVD, because the celebrities are all doing that, of course.
Well, I was just actually chatting with Kelly Ripa this weekend at a party, and she's very in shape. She's one of my fitness idols from the celebrity world, and we were just raving about plyometrics. We love plyometrics because you're really using your whole body and your muscles to get you that cardio workout. So a normal cardio workout is like jumping jacks or running on a treadmill or jumping rope. But plyometrics, you get low to the ground, you jump up, it's explosive moves like you would see in, you know, athletics.
Okay.
So these kind of moves really cut your time in half and really show you results. You get really chiseled.
So plyometrics, for our viewers that are not familiar with it, and I'm included in that category real quick, it's a class or it's a video, or what is it exactly?
You can work it into any workout. So it could be a boot camp class where everything is plyometrics, but they're so intense that you really can't do them just all the way through for an hour. They're so intense, you really have to do intervals. So you can do it everything from, like, I have plyometrics in here where I do intervals with plyometrics, and then you're using your own body weight to hold you up and tone in between. Or you can do them, I also teach classic crunch here in Manhattan, and I use weights in between, so you'll do maybe biceps and an outer thigh move, and then you'll put the weights down and do a plyometric cardio interval for about 3 minutes.
And now when you say plyometric cardio interval, what does that look like?
Okay, do you want me to show you a quick move? I can do it right here.
Sure, yeah, as long as you stay on the, as long as you stay in front of, okay.
So a normal move would be a lunge, where you're just going forward and back and forward and back.
Right.
And if you just move your legs up just a little bit to side.
Let me scoot down a little bit, okay.
This would be a plyometric move.
Okay.
So you're doing a jumping lunge.
Okay, so it's like combining cardio plus your toning because you're using your own body weight.
So your heart rate really gets up there. You really start sweating, but your leg muscles are screaming at you, and you really.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Well, this week I don't really think we have. Oh, actually, you know what? I do want to talk about a great weight loss story that we have this week about Jennifer Lopez's revenge body. Okay, she is looking better than ever. I have to give her so much credit because she's
twins.
Right. I mean, her twins are what, 2 or 3 years old now, but still, she looks like a sexy diva in this photo. Can you believe that?
Fantastic.
And good for her, because you know what? She's divorcing Mark Anthony, thank God, and she's hanging out with Bradley Cooper. And I think that there's a lot of eligible bachelors out there in Hollywood for J-Lo. Who do you want to see her with?
I love Bradley Cooper personally. He's my favorite. So, you know, it didn't work out with Ben. I would like to see somebody Ben's caliber with her, and I think Bradley Cooper is just like that. See, I'm glad that you have that opinion, because a lot of people kind of scoffed at J-Lo and Ben, and they thought that they were a bad combo, but I kind of liked them. You know, I like her with somebody a little bit more clean cut, not so skeleton looking like Mark Anthony. Obviously, I don't like Mark Anthony. I'm sorry. If anybody disagrees with me, I respect your opinion. I hope that you respect mine. I'm just not crazy about him. He's creepy. And he was very controlling of her, and I don't like that at all. Speaking of which, so obviously J-Lo is a very, very powerful woman, and the reason that they broke up is because she was sick of him trying to always dictate what she was doing. She was rising in her fame. She became the judge on American Idol. That took her to an entirely new level, and I love to see women doing really powerful things like that. Now, I just came from this event, and I just have to mention it really quick. I have this cute little gift bag. I haven't looked in there yet to see what's in there, but it was sponsored by littlepinkbook.com, and it was a women's empowerment luncheon, and it was really interesting. We heard from CEOs of top companies like American Express, all women CEOs, and they all talked about how they balanced, you know, work and how they balanced family, and it was just really interesting. I like hearing of those. You know, I'm not a feminist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not like one of those men haters, not at all. But I really do like when women get together and kind of have some kind of, you know, empowering thing. If there's any women out there watching, and there's any great websites that you go to or great groups that you're a part of, send us a message and tell us what they are, because this was a really eye-opening event. A bunch of women entrepreneurs, and
I'm an entrepreneur myself. In addition to journalist, I wear a couple different hats. My sister and I are in the process of launching a t-shirt line. So it's a lot of fun. So I just had to mention that really quick. So I'm really excited about Jen Lopez. I mean, you go girl. I think she's doing awesome. And I also have to mention one other story, which is our cover story, which I was dying to share with all of you today.
I can't believe it.
Okay, the royal wedding, for all of you who tuned in and followed all the coverage, was the most incredible event, right?
I mean, of the decade at least.
I mean, over the top. I have to even, laugh that the Today Show, they all dressed up as different
for Halloween.
For Halloween as different, members of the royal wedding, and I really liked that. And I mean, if the wedding was that great, what is this baby shower going to be like? Because Kate Middleton is pregnant. A source tells In Touch that she is 6 weeks pregnant. Okay, and that's true because they just got married 7 months ago. But the Queen. Good old Queen. She loves to put the pressure on. She has been bugging Kate and Will for a grandchild. So they went along with what the Queen's agenda was, and the insider says that Kate has really been doing a lot of things that are characteristic of a pregnant woman. She has been kind of feeling sickened by the sight and the smell of fish. She's been laying off of sushi. She's been feeling really nauseous. And the source that we spoke to, the source's name, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you the name. But the source that we spoke to actually revealed other royal secrets, including their honeymoon location and the Queen's wedding gift to Kate. So this is a really, really good, reliable insider. And I'm just excited to see what happens. Because it's just going to be huge, right?
It's fantastic. And, then we can talk about her getting in shape after she has the baby as well.
That was my next question for you. Because she is in fantastic shape.
Great shape now. Hopefully she keeps, with it as long as she doesn't feel too bad.
I'm sure.
As far as nausea goes.
I'm sure that she will. She strikes me as the kind of body type where she would get pregnant and gain some weight, but it wouldn't be anything that she couldn't lose.
Yeah, probably just a little basketball pregnancy. And I always say I have a booty camp workout, like baby booty.
Okay.
And I have a 2-year-old. And for me, as long as you're not too nauseous when you're running or working out, you should just keep with the same routine, just bring it down a little bit. So go at 75% or 65% of what you did in the past. It's not a time to start a new workout regimen,
right? But
she's in shape obviously, so she will probably keep it up.
She definitely is. Now, she is a woman with an incredibly hectic schedule. She is constantly on the go, from country to country, hanging out with her prince, being, the lovely, classy duchess that she is. And so I don't really know what her workout is. I know that I've read in the past that she likes to run and things like that. But what if she didn't have enough time to really commit to a full run? See, I have to say, now ladies, you can, agree with me. I'm sure there's some of you out there that know what I'm talking about. When I think about running or doing really, really intense cardio, I have to commit to that because then I have to wash my hair.
Yes.
And if I wash my hair, then I probably have to blow dry it. And I have to redo my makeup. And so
a 45-minute workout becomes a 2-hour ordeal.
Exactly.
I totally hear you.
Exactly. Yes. And so, I think for women, it's a little bit tougher. So for somebody like Kate, I'd love to have you demonstrate a couple things that you can do when you're on the go, when you're in a hotel room. I'm sure they have plenty of space in the hotel rooms that they stay in. But I would love to see kind of, some ideas, to give our viewers some ideas of,
sure.
what your thoughts are.
And a lot of times when you're traveling, you don't have a ton of room either. So, we have a small studio right here. We can show some things we can just do on the couch.
Love it.
And even if you have your dress on, you can do some of these things.
Okay. Hey, that'll work for Kate Middleton too because she's always dressed up and you can squeeze in a quick workout, do it.
Absolutely. And these don't bother, the baby bump.
Okay.
So if you want to start, we can do tricep dips right here. Okay. Now, if you bend your knees, it's easier.
Move over here. Okay.
If you bend your knees, it's easier. So this is an easier version. If you straighten your legs, it's a little harder. So see the difference there? That one, it's almost like increasing the weight.
Oh boy. Awesome. That's really hard.
And if you go down, 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 up, 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 slower, it makes it harder.
Now, if you go down, down, down,
down, down, down,
and you can't get up,
then you can use your leg strength to bring you up.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
And so how many reps of that would you recommend?
Well, with my personal training clients who first start out, they usually do between 15 and 20.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3, that speed. As you get better, I do 40.
Whoa.
With my clients.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I like to have them up to 40, and then we can bang out like 100 push-ups. And increasing that tricep strength will help you with things like push-ups.
And you can use anything like a couch, a love seat, a very sturdy coffee table.
I've even done these on stability balls up against a wall. so that they don't slide out from underneath you, but it makes it a little more wobbly and increases the intensity.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Well, can we also, oh wait, I have to read one comment that everyone is sharing about the Kardashians. Now notice that I haven't spoken about the Kardashians today, okay, because it's all we've been talking about since Kim got her divorce. And actually, the day that Kim got her divorce, I was walking outside on the street here in Manhattan, and I am not exaggerating. From my walk from the studio to the shopping mall over, you know, right a few blocks away, there were 3 people that were saying the word Kardashian in their conversation on the street. It's what everyone's talking about. But just to, Kitty Lee just said, "I hate Kim." People are really lashing out. So one of our listeners, who actually I remember, Precy, I want to know if In Touch will respect the boycott of Kardashians and drop them from their magazines. I don't really think.
What about Rob?
Yeah,
he's doing so well,
Rob
and
is
he's
doing
lovable on Dancing with the Stars.
Rob is doing great,
and it's kind of his time to shine.
Yes, no, I agree. I agree. Kitty Lee says Kim's a moneymaker. That is all true. But let's just also remember that it's not just Kim that's the brand. It's really the 3 sisters, and you may not like the other sisters, but if you did like them and now this happened, what Kim did really doesn't reflect upon the other sisters. You can't really.
And I believe in one of the shows, one of them, the older one, I think, was saying, you know, to Kim, "Oh, I'm not going to get close to Chris because, you know, you always end up falling in love and falling out of love." So she was right.
Yes, exactly. The sisters called it. So I really like that. Kitty Lee is saying they have no talent. Even Kitty, I'm right on board with you today. I mean, you're like my #1, you know, caller here. They're all living off Kim's sex tape, says Precy. Okay, we got it. All right. So going back to the Kardashians, because they are all in killer shape. You know, they kind of started out. Now, not Kourtney, not the oldest one, but Kim and certainly her younger sister Khloe. They kind of started out a little bit, you know, heavier. Now, I'm not going to say heavy. I'm not going to say that they're fat, because they're not. But they weren't sticks, and they're not sticks now. But they definitely, you know, worked out and committed to their exercise routine and their diet, and they look great now. So what are kind of like some good, some other good exercises that I'm going to let you demo, because I don't want to, you know, rip my dress or anything, or, you know, be stuck like on the way down, not be able to get back up. But I'm going to let you demo, you know, a good kind of exercise that you can do that will work everything. I like doing the moves that gets everything engaged, because then you have to do less, you know, it makes it easier.
The move I'm going to show works everything from calves all the way up to your shoulders, and it doesn't neglect the lower back. So many times you work out everything and nobody's strengthening the lower back, but everything. If you have a bad back, you can't do anything else. So that's why it's important. I'll show you the move over here if you're ready.
Love it.
Okay, so this one.
If I had music, if I had my iPad, you all know if you tuned in last week that I was robbed, and so my iPad was stolen from me. But if I had my iPad, I'd put some good music on for you.
I have it, but it's all the way over there. So I'll show you the moves, beginners, and then I'll put it together in advance.
Okay, love it.
So first thing is just lunges here and back. We showed this earlier.
Yes.
Just about anybody can do lunges. If you have knee issues, there's other things you can do, but this works a lot of lower body muscles.
Okay.
So make this harder, you do jumping lunges. We mentioned that before. So from there, working the core and the arms, you come down. This is called a squat thrust or a burpee. You jump up.
Okay.
So it's down, plank, in, up. So you're working your abs to pull the knees up and push them back, and then you're using cardio to jump high. So the next move, after you come down here, you come down onto the floor, and this is an airplane. You're working your glutes, your upper back, because you're squeezing here, and you're working your low back. Very important. So the best thing is you can put that all together with 2 jumping jacks, and you have a complete full body workout that goes with 8 counts of music.
8 counts of music. Okay.
So
can you show us the full thing with the 8 counts? All right, I love this.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 5, 6, 7, 8. So that goes with 32 count. Any song you can do it to Jingle Bells during the holidays or Beyonce.
Okay, that works. Oh my gosh, good job, Nikki. And you look so beautiful doing it.
I mean, well, I left my hair.
Well, I was just going to say, you're the only person that can exercise with your hair down, and it still looks perfect. I love it.
Well, I'm used to teaching fitness classes, like I said, so you're used to shouting and doing all sorts of crazy things while you're working out. So we get used to it.
I love it. So that's a really, really good workout that you can remember at home. You know, I'm so glad that you came on the show because we've had all sorts of guests on the show. We've had musicians. We had Jen Boshin, who's a pop singer. We've had fabulous people from some great organizations, from DoSomething.org talking about bullying. We talked about the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. We've just had such a wide variety of guests. We had a celebrity stylist last week. We've had a celebrity makeup artist, hair art. It's amazing. I just adore the fact that we have such a diverse, great group of people bringing such good content to the Paltalk people.
That's why I'm a fan, so.
I love it, I love it. Okay, so moving on to, oh, and yes, we are kind of running out of time here, but we're gonna move on to a little bit of fashion now because we have to talk about fashion, how can we not? So the big trend this week, which I'm liking, although I have to say I'm a little, I still will wear my blue jeans. Like, I mean, blue jeans sounds so old-fashioned, but I just want to specify that I'm talking about denim that is blue. I still will wear them because I have one pair that is just my favorite. I never wear them in the summer because I always get too hot, but now that, you know, it's getting colder out, I will. But celebrities are loving the colorful jeans. Do you own any pairs of colorful jeans?
Just black and white.
Just, oh, black and white,
On
okay.
top of, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I have a white pair. They're retired now. I think
like capri jeans, like for summer, cute, you know,
Yeah.
zip up, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, celebrities are going a little bit, you know,
That's
in a different
no black
direction.
and white.
It is definitely no black and white. Hayden Panettiere is in a bright red color of J Brands. Bright red, the fire engine red, which I love. They're so comfortable. Nikki Hilton, Nikki Hilton's in J Brand too. Bright purple though. Anna Kendrick in Rag and Bone Emerald Green. I like the emerald green ones.
I do.
And Rachel Bilson in a light color of J Brands, like a pale pink. So, you know, if you're looking for something to kind of spruce your wardrobe up, you don't have to necessarily buy a pair of J Brand. You can find an inexpensive pair somewhere like H&M or Forever 21. And if you grab, you know, just one pair in one color, you can do so much with it.
And I feel like it's dressier than the blue jeans. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know, I have my jeans on, even though if you have a sparkly top. In some restaurants, you feel a little underdressed, but with the colored jeans, you can go anywhere.
Exactly, and you can also really make a statement, which I always, you know, love that. And the thing that I like about it is that you have a million things already in your wardrobe that you can wear with it. So you mentioned like the sparkly jacket, because that's very, very big with the holiday season, and a sparkly jacket with just a white tank top and a pair of colored jeans, whatever color it is, such a hot look. You can also do a black blazer. You can also do white on top, or you can do a color. You know, not anything, you know, color blocking is so big, they're not necessarily recommending that with the jeans, but you can definitely do something. I mean, Nikki Hilton is wearing bright purple jeans, and you would think she'd do something understated on top, but she went in the opposite direction with a big, just willowy floral print with a little tiny bit of that purple in it.
And this time of the year, it's good, because sometimes people think winter and they get drab and gray, but it's festive. You know, with the holidays, bring it out.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I definitely, people are still talking about the Kardashians, I love it. I definitely have to say, last week we talked about winter coats and how the big trend is bright candy colors. And I just can't agree more with that because black is easy and it's slimming, okay? But you know, it's good to kind of add a little bit of spice to your wardrobe. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, because we're bundled up so much that your outer coat really starts to be part of your outfit. I mean, really, you're not just coming in and throwing it to the side. You're out and about, talking, meeting people on the street, in your car, hanging out with friends. So it really has to become like a statement, I think.
Absolutely. Now, Nikki, I want to ask you a little bit about the holidays. Where are you spending Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm spending Thanksgiving, well, two-parter. My husband's a journalist, so he's working on Thanksgiving. So I'm training to Philly and back in the same day. Okay. And then we're going his in-laws for Buffalo for the rest of the weekend.
Okay, so wait, who's in Philly?
My family.
Oh, where?
In all over, but mostly right near the art museum downtown.
Oh, downtown.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to Philly as well for Thanksgiving. Philly girls. My family is in Bucks County, and then we'll come
there.
Oh, really? What town?
Chalfont.
Oh, yes. I started out my first job in journalism at the Intelligencer in Doylestown.
There you go.
Which is right next door to Chalfont. And so then I'll come back to the city, and then we'll go for the weekend to East Hampton, where my boyfriend's family lives.
So you're doing the split thing too, even for Thanksgiving.
Yes, exactly. Now, I wanted to ask you what you're doing because I'm assuming that you're going to be eating a lot. I mean, who doesn't eat a lot on Thanksgiving? I am totally guilty of this. Guilty as charged. And so what kind of things will you be doing in your own personal workout routine to kind of, you know, overcompensate for how much we indulge during, you know, Thanksgiving and then Christmas, all the Christmas parties. It gets to be a lot. You know?
Sometimes I like to start my morning off because you know that nobody else is going to be bothering you in the morning. So wake up before everybody else does, get your run in, or get a hardcore workout in the morning. And then if you're feeling like, wow, I really overdid it and you need a little bit of an energizer in the afternoon, I like to do some power yoga. Doesn't have to be long, it could be 15 minutes. Okay. But that just sort of gets the juices flowing and kind of gets the sleepiness out of you if you don't want to like lay on the couch all afternoon. And I like to do things and visit my other relatives. You know, we're in and out. So I like a little power yoga. It's a 2 a day, but then you can have dessert.
Well, that's great. And what is it? It's just kind of like a routine that you kind of have memorized.
Yes.
You put it together yourself, or you found it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a yoga instructor, so I like to do just basic sun salutations where you breathe up, you come into a chair, you dive forward, you come back into a down dog, then a plank, a chaturanga, which is just basically like a push-up.
Right.
Then you come back up, you lift your left leg forward, so you lunge, so you're working your back side. Then you come back up to where you started. Then you do this whole thing in reverse with the other leg. Okay. So it's you got your upper body, you got your core working, your legs, and you're stretching and toning.
And your heart's pumping.
Your heart is pumping.
But you're not sweating to the point that you have to hop in the shower at grandma's house.
We'll make it through yoga class. Yep.
So then if you have something else later on that day, another Thanksgiving event to go to, you can go right along.
And if it's stressful, either because of relatives that you don't necessarily see eye to eye with, or because you're just running from party to party, dinner to dinner, this sort of like gives you a minute to center yourself, get your breath, and enjoy what you have.
Isn't that the greatest thing about exercise? That it just, oh man, the other night I was in just such a world of trouble with work, and you know, not like I was in trouble, but I was just so stressed out, everything was going wrong. My sister and I are launching this business, and you know, with any small business owner and any startup, you know that it's going to be very, very rocky in the beginning. And I was just so stressed out, and the whole day I didn't even have a second to like make a sandwich or do anything. And finally at 9 o'clock at night, this is after I've been awake since 7:30, I said, you know what, forget it. I'm just putting on my sneakers, I'm putting on my sports bra, and I am going to the gym. Because I have to like just sweat or do something.
It's such a stress reliever, and I call it an attitude adjustment. My husband knows if I haven't had a workout in a day or two, because he'll be like, Nick, you need an attitude adjustment. Why don't I take the baby and you go to the gym for a little while? Or you do one of your fitness videos or go for a run, and you come back, and I say there's no high like a cardio high.
No, that's so true. It's so great. Now, before we run out of time, I just want to get to our holiday gift this week, which I was really excited to show this. Last week we had some amazing tinted moisturizer from Zoe, which was just amazing. And this week we actually have, it actually comes in this cute little pack, and they're called peace cords. Okay, and it's cute because you can't really see it, but the O in cord has a little peace sign in it. And it's a nice little, you know, pack. And the thing that's really cool about these is that, that's not it. That's the note. The thing that's really cool about these is that they're made, they are made by Afghan women from military-grade parachute cord and authentic uniform buttons. And you can see here, there's, you know, a button here, and they're really, really cool. Now, they're made from parachute cord, so they're really sturdy.
Yeah, they look like you could just stick them out.
They're really sturdy. Like, they look like they're stretchy, but they're not. And so you have to kind of like undo. I don't know if you can get that one undone, but they're really, really cute. They come in different colors. Like this one is an army green, that one is black, and it's really nice. It's a partnership with Spirit of America. Oh, I love it. And it's great. I think it's a really kind of artsy, you know, thing to make, and you can check them out at arzustudiohope.org, A-R-Z-U.
It's a conversation piece, and it gives back.
It's absolutely a conversation piece. And, you know, in light of, I don't know if anybody checked out Justin Timberlake's blog. I don't read celebrity blogs, you know, for fun. I usually just read them if I'm working. And I had to prep a segment for Headline News on him. And he went to the Marine Corps ball last weekend, which was a really, really sweet thing to do. And his blog that he wrote, I mean, I'm not kidding, it was so moving and so touching, and I guarantee you there is no assistant or intern writing that for him. I guarantee you those were his words, and it really gave a second to, you know, look and have a lot of real gratitude, you know, especially around Thanksgiving, for all of our military servicemen and women. He was saying, you know, if you meet somebody in a bar and they've served in the military, buy them a beer. Yeah, you know, it's like they'll always remember that. And so this is a really, really nice way to not only, you know, look fashionable around the holidays and add some cute accessories to your look, but also to really benefit this great, great project. And I love the slogan, wear peace proudly. I just think that that's so great. So check it out. Like I said, they come in different colors. And, oh, I'm sorry, the website is peacecord.org, and it's cord, C-O-R-D, not with an H. And that, you can check it out, and, you know, they make for great holiday gifts, especially if they're your family or friends that have a military connection, you know, or even don't. Someone who wants to be fashionable, either way. All right, folks, we're just about out of time, but thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Check out In Touch Weekly, intouchweekly.com, and also on Twitter at In Touch Weekly. Follow me on Twitter at Dorothy Lauren, and also on Facebook, facebook.com/Dorothy TV page. And special thanks to our great fitness guest, Nichole Glor. Thank you so much for for coming and showing us all of your great stuff.
Anytime. Keep
And,
working out during the holidays.
And these awesome peace bracelets too. Peacecord.org. Love it. All right. Bye, guys.